Welcome back, folks, to another rebuild on this Saturday afternoon, and we're going to find ourselves in the Championship this time. We're going to take control of Watford. We're going to see if we can bounce back to the Premiership, of which they are having a hard time this season. I think currently lying mid-table to 10th or something like that. And plus we're going to try and get them to the highest ever top tier finish as well. And as I understand it, they have not won a cup competition. So let's see if we can remedy that as well. If we do, bonus. The media prediction is in second spot. They are struggling with that at current. Fierce rivals is Luton. We are using an updated winter version of FM23, so there'll be no transfers for the first window because all the transfers have been done and completed, both the summer and the winter transfers. We have got a wage budget as well, so we're going to have to secure some of the wages as we go along anyway. And just to confirm, the only competitions they have won is the League Sky Bet 1 in 69 and 98, League 2 in 78, and English Southern lower leagues in 1915 as well. They had the most success in the 1980s and are now enduring a 24-year barren spell, not winning a competition since 1998, which was the Sky Bet League 1. They've got a history they can still be proud of, finishing runners-up in the English top division, the highest they've ever been in the old League Division 1, as now is known as the Premiership, in 1983. Runners-up in the FA Cup in 84 and 2019, and finishing runners-up in the second tier in 82, 15 and 21. Their current best 11 is Arujo up top. They've got Asprilla, Pedro, Sarr, Chowdhury, Cleverley, Kamara, Hoyt, Howes, Gaspar and Bachmann in goal. The club vision is to sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, sign players under the age of 21 for the future, and do not sign players over the age of 32. Sign young players to develop for profit. That's the 5-year plan and work within the wage budget as well. Gain automatic promotion to the Premiership, be competitive in the FA Cup and the Carabao. And then it's just look to build on the promotion to the Premiership. Well, we need to get this done in the first season. Current staffing issues, well, is that below average? Really? Wow, being relegated from the Premiership really hasn't helped them at all. So hopefully over the course of the rebuild we'll be able to build this up and get them to well above average at least anyway. So looking at the players that they have got, then let's have a look. They've got a fairly young side and looking very good as well. 24-year-old Sarr, right wing, I think. Right or left, actually. Well suited either way. He looks really, really good. And as you'll notice, we've got new kit pack as well to go with the faces to make that look even more polished as well. So I'm really excited to use this and see what your thoughts are on it. So Kamara as well, Hassan, left back. I mean, some of these players are coming in to get us straight back to the Premiership. That I think that's for sure. I just don't understand how majority of them are just not playing that well, though, to be fair. 20-year-old Arujo as well. I mean, he looks phenomenal for 20 years old. Nice. I think he'll be our striker for this season. 23-year-old Loser. It doesn't sound right, does it? Loser. He's currently injured. And central midfield, wow, looking very, very sharp as well. Defender, Wesley, again, looks, wow, yes, I'm liking it. Liking what I see so far. Courtney House, 26 years old. Again, another very decent player. Another defender as well, 6'2". Can he jump? Got good jumping, good heading, very good. Work rate, his now position's not too... Actually, you know what? It's not too bad. For the Championship, it should be enough. Chowdhury, 24 years old. Again, midfielder. Could play in DM. I'm heading towards a 4-2-3-1. Possibly a 4-4-2 may work as well. But look at that. He's got some serious hair going on there at 24. You're not going to mistake him on the pitch, are you? Wow. And he's got some good stats to go with it as well. That's phenomenal. What's his heading like? Just out of interest, 10. Tom Cleverley, 32 years old, probably a player we will look to move on eventually, but for the sake of this first season, we'll see how they get on. Again, good stats, and he's with us for 2023, so for another season, and he's on 21 grand a week, which isn't too bad actually. A couple of other players, Cathcart as well, 33 years old, again another player we'll probably look to move on, but for the sake of this first season, we will aim to use them and just get us back into the Premiership. João Pedro as well, 20 years old, left winger. Cat, where do you play him? I'm thinking Cam. Good first touch. He's got good long shots as well. Passing ability is not too bad. What's his position like? 17 work. I mean, work rate as well is not too bad. Concentration, composure, anticipation. Okay. We'll look to try and find out where he's best suited as well. And he's with us to 2028 as well. That's brilliant. And Asprilla as well, another youngster coming through the Yanks. 18 years old. I want to be playing this guy, I think. Do we send him out on loan or do we play him straight off the bat? And then there's quite a few other players as well. Some other ones that's got high potential as well, like Jeremy Gakia, 21 years old. Wow. Okay, right back. I think we can potentially use him straight away. If he's got 4.5 star potential, he could be a star. Matty Pollock, I think he's out on loan, 20 years old. Martins as well. Is he a winger? Left wing, right wing. He is on loan to us, 18 years old. Has he got any sort of to say that we can't buy him for next season? I mean, we have got some really, really good players. We're going to be spoilt for choice, that's for sure. So for this season, we are going to adopt the 4-2-3-1. We're going to have a winger and inverted winger, shadow striker through João Pedro, which I think he's best suited for with his long shots. But currently, he is injured. He's out for 8 months. And wow, we've lost him. Lost him for a full season. Unbelievable. I don't think he's going to be back for this season, which is really, really annoying. Arujo is going to be up top. We've got Ngakia and Okoye in goal. The two players I really want to see what happens to this season with them being so young. And everything else is up for grabs. Pre-season, the start of the season's gone okay. A couple of wins, couple of draws and one loss. That loss coming in the Carabao Cup to Southampton 3-0 and at home, which was disappointing, it has to be said. However, we do thrash Sheffield United. We do beat West Brom away from home. We draw with Burnley. Birmingham 2-0, Preston we draw, Middlesbrough draw, and we beat QPR as well. Again, I think our home form is going to be a turning point this season, but hopefully we'll get the away results as well. We are currently lying in third position, and we don't enter the FA Cup until the third round. The season preview has us to win the league now, not second anymore as it was in the beginning, but now to win the league. So hopefully we can go on and win another trophy to add to our league successes. Alas, we're not going to get a cup one through the Carabao. The FA Cup is still up for grabs. However, we have got 5 years to do this in. So without any further ado, let's go and simulate our first season, and we'll come back and we'll have a look to see if we have got promotion back to the Premiership. We did what we've came here to do. The first season, we've got promoted straight back to the Premiership by winning the league, doing what the media prediction expected us to do. So I'm really, really happy with that. 33 wins, 5 draws, 8 losses though, but 104 points, which is amazing, and 100 goals as well. Fantastic stuff. And Arujo, 48 goals for the season in the league. He got half of our goals. Wow. That's superb. What can I say? He's all over the place, isn't he? One of the best rated players with Pedro. Pedro managed to get a few games in then, did he? We'll have a look at that as well. So our first loss comes about at Rotherham. Wow. 1-0. That's disappointing, I'm not going to lie. And 4-3 to Blackburn a couple of games afterwards as well. But we smashed Stoke 5-1. We do lose to Norwich, though, later on. So 3 losses in the first couple of months, which isn't too bad, I guess. We're alongside a lot of wins, though. 4-0 against Wigan. 2-1 against our fiercest rivals, Luton. 5-2 over Cardiff. The wins keep coming in. We lose to Swansea. We beat Rotherham 5-0 at home after losing the first game 1-0. Sheffield United we lose to as well, but we carry on winning, so there's not many draws in there at all, especially towards the end of the season. And a couple of 4-0 wins, namely against Sunderland. The FA Cup, we bow out to Aston Villa, a 5-3. And the Carabao Cup as well, we bow out without scoring. So we know Araujo scored 48 goals in the league, and that's all he did score. He didn't score in the cup at all. We have got a good player coming back off loan. Kiernan Davis as well, the striker with 7 goals, but 21 goals for Yakon Izov-Bayo. Where was he playing at, I wonder? At 36 games as well, and he's 26 years old. Maybe we could tie both of them up together up front, maybe. He was loaned out at Chilaro in Belgium. But other than that, nobody else really came close. Assists-wise, 15 for Saar, brilliant. Martins with 11, 10 for Kamara. Cleverly played quite a few games as well with 10 assists and 4 goals. Kalu as well with 8. Pedro, he still managed to play 21 games, did Pedro, which is fantastic. So next season, what are we being given? Around about £32 million, but I believe that is tied up because we are trying to get some of these loan players to stay with us. That's the plan, and then we're going to try and get some of these players as well on a permanent, extended deal contract with the club as well. So we'll see how that goes, see if there's any money left. If anything, we may have to sell in order to bring more players in. Hamza Chowdhury, we signed him on a permanent deal. He was on loan with us last season, £8 million from Leicester. Martins, who was also on loan with us from Udinese, we pick him up for £12 million. Not bad for a 20-year-old with some great potential there. And of course, Araujo, who literally set the championship alight up front with his almost 50 goals in a season, £25 million from Benfica. We do also say goodbye to Hungbo and Kabasele as well, for a combined total of 2.4 and a few people going out on loan as well. We are going to stick with the same tactic. Apart from this time, we're going to have a DLP in the middle, a ball-winning midfielder on defend. We've got 2 fullbacks on automatic, and Pollock's going to be playing as just a centre-back on defend. Apart from that, everything is as it was. A little bit bold, I think, for the Premiership in the first season, but we'll see how we get on. And it's a little bit miss and match, really. The friendlies, we got off to a great start against Clyde with a thrashing 12-2 victory. We do lose to Celtic in this Friendly Cup semi-final, but we do get 3rd place, beating Ferrari 4-1. Oldham, we thrash 8-0. Udinese, I think that was part of the deal with one of our players. And yeah, 6-2 win there. Fantastic stuff. And then the league started. We beat Leeds and we beat Bournemouth, but we do lose to Aston Villa 4-2, Liverpool, then Arsenal. We get absolutely trounced by Arsenal. But we do go through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, though, winning on penalties without scoring and not conceding. Of course, we may go out. We've just going to get past Chelsea in the next round. So that doesn't seem fair at all. It is all about survival this season. We are lying in 13th position at the moment. That could change, but 2 wins from 5. I'll take that at the moment. Man City lead the way with 4 wins from 5. Palace is second, actually. Wow, 3 points behind. Amazing. Where's the rest of them? We're just behind United, who have lost 3 games as well to Man City, Fulham and Wolves. Wow, could be a shock on the cards there this season. Chelsea are below us. Okay, maybe we're not doing as bad as I thought. The season preview, however, has us down and marked for relegation at 700 to 1 to win the league. I'll take it for now, but this season, like I say, is all about survival. So let's go ahead and simulate season 2. And fingers crossed, we survive. Well, that can go down as a baptism of fire in the Premiership. Wow, we just escaped relegation. Unfortunately, our compatriots, Middlesbrough and Burnley, who also went up, they go down. We don't go down. Bournemouth are the other team that do go down. But wow, what can I say? We escape relegation, which I'm more than happy with. And look at our running for the last 5 games. Wow, all 5 losses. Minus 41. So there lies the problem. 96 goals conceded. That is something we are going to have to remedy very, very quick if we're going to survive another season. However, Araujo, second highest goal scorer in the league. That is pretty good. I think we scored 50 odd goals and he got half. It doesn't surprise me that we get the most yellow cards as well, though, Chowdhury and Sarr. So looking at some of the results then in the league, well, let's have a look where all the goals went. We did beat Burnley 4-2 though, so that's good, and we beat Bournemouth 2-0, but we lost to City 6-0. But we beat Palace 5-3. United we lose 4-1. There's a 4-2 against Brighton. I mean, the goals have been leaked in, but it's very seldom we had a clean sheet. A 2-0 victory over Leicester, though, we kept a clean sheet there, and 0-0 against Tottenham away from home. So January was a pretty good month, just that one loss, and we beat Middlesbrough in there as well, 3-1. We do lose to Villa again, 5-3. Did we lose to them heavily in the 4-2 at the beginning, 5-3 away, a 3-3 draw there, 4-2 loss to Chelsea, Brighton 4-1. Bournemouth we get smashed 5-2 right at the very end away from home, so they were hoping to survive, they didn't. But look at that running we had: Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool and Man City. It's not surprising we lost all our games in the run-in. The FA Cup, we don't go past the third round. We lose to Southampton 3-2. I think we lost to them last season, did we not? No, it's Villa. I thought we might have lost to, it might be the Carabao we lost. The Carabao Cup, we get as far as the third round after winning on penalties in the second. But Chelsea absolutely demolished us at 5-0. And yeah, we did lose to Southampton. I knew we lost to Southampton in the cup competition last season. Not surprisingly, Enrique Araujo, he is going to be sought after. There's no doubt about it. If we can't get the players to back him up, then he's going to want to go. We have got him until 2027, so that's another 3 years. It's going to be hard pressed to keep hold of him, I feel. Martin's done a good job as well. The 20-year-old, 12 goals as well. Them two are the only ones that reached double figures in a really hard season, I feel. Not many goals flying around at all. Assist-wise, nobody getting double figures, but Martin's top assists. 8 for Sarr, Pedro with 6. He didn't really do that much, though, to be fair, the 22-year-old. Maybe we gave 2 up front. Maybe that's what... Maybe we have to go 4-4-2, to be fair. Goals conceded. Wow. Bachmann, he played majority of the games. And Okoye, the 24-year-old, 9 games, 24 conceded. Ouch. Average ratings, 3 players reaching 7. Boya, Okoye and Quina. And they really didn't play that many games at all. Let's move on. We've survived. That was the name of this season anyway. So let's have a look, see what finances they're going to be giving us. £50 million. Okay, we're just overspending on wages budget, so we may have to let a few people go. Sort out contracts as well, so that could get even less. But I'm thinking we need to strengthen the back line and possibly a goalkeeper and do something there. That is going to be the first task, and not concede many goals for next season. First of our transfers then, Harvey White comes on a free. He was a free agent. We snapped him up, some extra bodies in midfield. Elia Capriel, £4 million from Bari. Goalkeeper, he looks pretty good, and he's probably better than what we have at the moment. At 23 years old, at 6'3", he's pretty commanding. Dan James, £7 million from Leeds. Ex-Man United, of course, and I think he'll do pretty well here, in fact. His physicals look absolutely amazing still. At 26 years old as well. We've got him till 2028. And he's only on 50 grand a week. That's a bargain, I think. We signed Empoli defender for £10 million. Sebastian Valukovic. I'm bound to have got that wrong. I do apologise. 6'2" defender. Very, very commanding from what I can see as well. His physicals look amazing. Powerful. And stamina and strength. He's not going to be bossed around at the back, and I think he's going to drive defence up a lot better than it was last season, that's for sure. And finally, Spanish star Jose Fontan, left back, £11 million from Vigo. We needed a left back, we needed a centre back, and I think we've got all the players and all the positions we wanted for this season at least anyway. He just looks pretty good, and I think he can get better and better as well with a little bit of potential showing. So overall, £32.5 million spent. We do let go of a few players. Bachmann goes on a free to Austria Vienna. We've got Torres gone. Cathcart's gone to Rostov on a free. Eltim, he's gone to Tigres for 4.2. We couldn't get a work permit for him, and we applied. They refused, so we decided to cut our losses on the youngster. Bayo has gone for 190,000 to Zult Varigem, and Ferreira has gone to Sydney on loan. This season we are adopting a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-4-2-2. So this is our preferred first 11, and with that so far we've done pretty well. Pre-season has gone superbly, winning every single game and not conceding many goals, which is nice to see. We get off to a good start in the league, beating Everton 2-1. We do lose to Leicester at home and Liverpool at home, which is very disappointing. However, we didn't get smashed. We beat Norwich and Southampton 1-0, so clean sheets there. And we're through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, beating Sunderland on penalties, of whom we play Liverpool next. They don't want us to progress. I'm getting that feeling. And next month, you can see United, City, Aston Villa. There's no easy game in the Premiership, is there, at all? Currently lying 6th in the table. Stop the season right there. I'll take it. The season preview has us, wow, we're a lot worse off than last season. So it seems 1,000 to 1 to go down. They obviously don't think our team is better than last season. Southampton got promoted. Did Everton get relegated last season? I didn't think they did. They finished bottom of the table last season. Oh, the first season, actually. And then, okay, I get it. We didn't see that first one. So they got relegated out of the Premiership. They got 102 points. I think we did better, although we did lose. But we did score a lot more goals than they did. So let's leave it there. Let's simulate our third season. Let's prove the media wrong again. And let's see if we can finish a little bit higher than 17th. I'd like to go mid-table. I think we can stabilise our team from conceding too many goals this time round. Fingers crossed we can do that. So let's see what happens. Well, we've certainly done better than last season where we scraped relegation. We finished 12th, round about mid-table, which is a massive improvement. Now, we started with the 4-4-2. We were in big trouble come December, and I reverted back to the 4-2-3-1 to see how we did, because it just was not working at all, as you'll see with the results. But it's a massive improvement. All the same, it just goes to show, just don't change what the team is used to. That's all I can say. I mean, Leeds are relegated, Norwich and Brentford as well. Aston Villa just escaped by the skin of their teeth, and they managed to get themselves into a European spot as well. Leicester are down there. We do finish above the likes of West Ham and Southampton, which is good. And we're not that far off, really, 9th spot. Now, where Crystal Palace are in the Europa Conference League. Interesting. Everton finish 8th. Then it's Newcastle, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, United, and it's Man City that win it just by 3 points. In fact, it's very, very tight at the top. Haaland is just a goal machine with 33 goals, double what Araujo's got. But Araujo still scored 17 goals, so I'm reasonably happy. A third of the goals that we scored, really. But yeah, not too bad. Isaac's in there, Ivan Toney as well. So as you can see right at the beginning, we didn't do too bad. Losses to Liverpool and Leicester though. Then we lost 3 on the bounce. I mean, we did play United, City and Villa. Brentford, Newcastle, Crystal Palace with that win against Brentford was quite nice. But yeah, I think it was somewhere around about here where we changed back the formation. I think it was just before Christmas, to be fair, where we managed to scrape out a couple of draws. I think it was after the Spurs 6-1 drubbing though, to be fair. It was we got spanked, quite literally. But the results did improve slightly, but there's still a lot of losses in there. 4-0 to Fulham, a 1-0 loss to Spurs though. A couple of wins against Chelsea and Wolves, so that's quite nice in March. Then we lose to Palace, Arsenal, Liverpool and United in the run-in. Very close actually. and a couple of wins in there as well. So we did beat Leeds, so that's good to see considering they did finish bottom of the table. The Carabao Cup, yeah, that's before we changed formation, don't forget. We lost 7-0. Yeah, enough said about that, the better. After struggling past Sunderland, I mean, it is embarrassing a little bit. However, the FA Cup, after a change of formation, come January, we do pick up some very, very good results. We beat Exeter, as you would expect us to beat them, but we win 3-1, 2-1 against Sheffield Wednesday. Wolves we beat 3-1 in the 5th. Quarterfinals come and go with a 4-1 victory over Southampton, and then we come up against Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final. That is superb. I'm not sure if that's the highest we've ever been. I'm not sure if they've actually won an FA Cup. I can't quite remember, to be fair, but even so, that's not bad considering we're trying to survive in the Premiership as well. It's a nice little cup run. Goals have dried up, to be fair. We did, in fact, we scored more than last season, to be fair. Only by about 4 goals. But 20 goals for Araujo in the end. Pedro comes up with 12. Asprilla, Sarr, White. Harvey White gets some game time as well. 19, in fact, half the games. That's pretty good, actually. 6 goals, 7 assists. That's not bad at all from the young'un. Martins as well, getting some game time. 6 goals, 2 assists. It's quite nice having the appearances spread out throughout the whole team. Everybody getting a bit of game time. Our goalkeeper, how did he do? Ouch. I mean, 82 goals conceded. I'd like to think it's the defence. I just don't know. How did our defender do? Where is he gone? Where's our defender? There he is. 1 goal. Averaging a 6.7. Average ratings. Nobody got a 7. And I thought that was a better season. Wow. Okay. Hopefully we're going to try and improve next season as well on the players that we have got. We've got contracts to renew. I think we'll start getting rid of some players now as well. An urgency in this matter. And let's have a look how much money we've been given. Ooh, £61 million. And we've got a bit of wiggle room in the wage budget. But once we get rid of some players, we can start bringing in some other ones as well. And hopefully we can make good on this 12th position. Advance ourselves into the top half. And possibly, maybe, a European spot. Even if it's the conference, that'd be quite nice. So in reversing order, Wouter Berger, the Dutch player. In the centre of midfield, we just wanted a little bit of backup. Not as good as I thought he was going to look, actually, to be fair. But only cost us £5 million from Basel. For £13 million from Vigo, Sergio Carrera, a right back. Again, we needed some more players down that right-hand side. And he looks pretty sturdy and quite pacey at the same time. And a little bit of potential. Cagliari's Adam Ober comes to the side for £16 million. He can play left back, but really got him in for the centre-back role. Hopefully he'll partner our Polish international as well. And they'll do great things together. And he's got some potential in him as well. And a main signing from Newcastle, Joe Willock, comes into the midfield for 17.75, I think it was. So overall, £48 million spent. We do say goodbye to a few players. Hout has gone to Torino for £3.6 million. Portis is also going for £500,000 to Sheffield United. Antwerp pick up Kayembe for £240,000. Matty Pollock, the defender as well. Another one, £675,000 to Hull. Fletcher's gone out on loan, and we've got another youngster going to Metz for £300,000. Continuing the 4-2-3-1, what we know best. Let's just surprise the Premiership. It helped us get through the second half of last season. Pre-season went superbly. A 10-0 thrashing of Slough. Not really a meaningful game though, to be honest. Just giving players a run out. We beat Udinese again in the friendly, so that's kind of nice. We start off against Everton, we lose 1-0. Then we thrash Burnley 5-1. And then we lose to the other Scouse club, which is Liverpool at home 4-1. We don't seem to be doing any good against these clubs at all. We do beat Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup second round, so we progress to the next round. And we play Aston Villa next. And then we beat Wolves 2-1. We are lying in 8th position. 2 wins, 2 losses. 6 points. We're only 6 off Liverpool, who are 4 for 4 at the moment. And the season preview sees us climb a little bit higher out of the relegation zone. 800 to 1 now to win the league. It would be nice at some point to see us round about here. That's where we finished last season. That's where we want to be predicted to going forward, really. Bournemouth, Burnley and Forest or come up or predicted to go back down. So we'll see what happens there. Fingers crossed it won't be us. Once more, we defy the odds by the media and we finished in 11th position. We climb an extra space, but what an improvement we have made this time round. We're actually in a plus goal difference despite conceding 83 goals, which is, wow, okay, the second most in the league. That's interesting. Let me, can I change it? Yeah, we've conceded the second most in the league, but we have scored the most in the league. So it just goes to show, as long as we can tighten up our defences. Yeah, it's very interesting though. But yeah, fancy that. Bournemouth, Burnley and Forest go straight back down. They got promoted. They go straight back down. I mean, poor them. It is very, very hard to stay up. We managed it by the skin of our teeth. And we've just improved year upon year. Hopefully next season we'll be into the top 10 and possibly we're only 5 points off an 8th place and a European place. So maybe next year could be the year. Who knows? Araujo, what a welcome back to form. 32 goals. 2 behind Haaland, who wins the Golden Boot. But 32 goals is absolutely outstanding. 11 ahead of Rashford as well. So start off quite well. Just 4 defeats in the first 4 months. Any big 5-1 win over Brighton, a 3-3 draw with Chelsea and a draw with Man City as well. We lose 4-0 to Tottenham, but we draw with Arsenal 1-1, so that's cool. Do have a little bit of a blip in December, which, well, it's all gone pear-shaped. I mean, really, teams there we should be beating, I think, like Southampton, Fulham at least. We did beat West Ham though, but yeah, heavy defeats here, bro. 4-4 with Leicester. We lose to Tottenham again. Did we lose to them up there somewhere? I'm sure we did. We did 4-0 and we lost 4-1 again this time. 6-1 battering by Newcastle. 4-3 against Burnley, a win there. We lose 5-1 to Fulham. 4-3 to Everton, but some big scores again coming in. A 6-3 victory over Chelsea. Away from home as well. They did have a player sent off, but even so, 9-goal thriller. Nice to be on the good side of that one for a change. A loss to City. We do beat Forest, Brighton. A 5-5 draw with Liverpool. Were we winning this one? We did need an equaliser from Araujo in the 76th minute, I believe, to level it at 5-5. That's outrageous. Then we smash Arsenal 4-1. Araujo getting his second hat-trick in as many games. And then we beat Bournemouth last game. So, that's a massive improvement. I'm liking it. And we're scoring goals. That's what we want to see. It's more attacking football. And I think we've surprised quite a few of the teams here. The FA Cup, there's no fairy tale end to this season. We get past Gateshead after a replay. Wow, 5-0. And then we get smashed by West Ham 8-1. That's embarrassing. We shouldn't be conceding silly goals like that. Whether the formation is broken or what, I just don't know. But there's some ridiculous scores going through here. The Carabao Cup, we get as far as the 4th round. Needing a penalties to get past Villa after beating Bournemouth. But 3-1 to Burnley, who got relegated, by the way. Squad-wise, good to see Araujo is still carrying on scoring goals. 34. Just 2 extra in the cups, really. But he's just outstanding. Without him, we would really be struggling, I feel. Pedro with 12 and 10, which is fantastic as well from him. I mean, the fact that them two are only 24, it just amazes me. Sarr does well with 11 and 15 assists. That's good to see. He gets quite a lot of assists, though. 11 for Dan James does well, actually. That's pretty good. Sprilla as well, 28 goals, not 26. 26 he's played. Loser as well, 6. I mean, goals are not too bad. 4 players getting into double figures. Assists with Sarr and Pedro in double figures. But Araujo gets there with 9 as well as Carrera. Not bad at all in his first season. And in fact, it's right through the whole team as well. Did everybody get some game time? I think they all did, actually. Everybody got some game time. Berger as well got a few games as well, which isn't too bad. We're not going to go with the conceding goals because 95. That's just... Okay, I'm just intrigued now as to how he stands up. I mean, that's poor. Absolutely poor. I just don't know whether another goalkeeper is needed just to stop conceding goals, because that is he's clearly not good enough for the Premiership, is he really? We've been given another £52 million. We've only got 34 in the bank, and we've got a little bit of wiggle room in the wages. We'll probably need to do some contracts, especially to keep some of the younger ones. But at the same time, we need to bring in one or two more new players. I think we need some strength here, especially at the back. I think that's where we need to strengthen, because clearly something is amiss. The transfer window comes, it goes, and we spent some money. The first signing is Mattis Abline, who was playing in the French league for Rennes for £8 million. A striker with some potential. Next up, we raid Chelsea for Benoit Badiashile for £28 million to sit at the back. We need to stabilise our back four and goalkeeping situation. We're conceding a lot of goals. I'm hopefully, with this man here, a powerful centre back in him, he's gonna be like a wall. We're hoping. And one more for Chelsea. Another, well, he can play centre back as well actually, but we're using him as a left back. Levy Colwell, £41 million actually in total. But there wasn't many good left backs out there. But that's where we will be playing him, and his physicals look amazing. At 6'2", maybe we should have him in the defence, in the centre of defence. I don't know, but with his physicals there, he can run up and down that line. So that's where I'm hoping he's going to be and produce some crosses into the box. However, we do say goodbye to Hurtado. He's gone to Brest for £325,000. Troost Ekong has gone to Sturm Graz for £1.5 million. He wasn't going to get any game time, so there's no point hanging on to him. And plus, he was 33 years old as well. The reasoning for getting another striker, granted not as good, but we say goodbye to 24-year-old Enrique Araujo. He's gone to PSG. He's gone for, I think it was £66 million. So sorry to see him go. His money came in handy when dealing out some contracts, because that transfer money dwindled very quickly once some of them contracts were going through, like for Pedro and Martins as well, and a couple of others. 123 goals in 155 games for us. That's something. It's no wonder some of the top clubs have picked him up. We're still going with the 4-2-3-1. Just a couple of adjustments, and pre-season's gone really well, and same with the start of the season. Granted, we haven't played many of the bigger teams apart from Man United, of which we've drawn. We beat Palace, we beat Brighton and Everton, and we've also beaten Brighton in the Carabao Cup on penalties without conceding. So we haven't conceded many goals actually, so I'm really chuffed with that. It's a massive improvement. Whether or not that continues right through the whole season, we'll see. But without Araujo, goals I feel are going to be dried up. However, lying 5th in the table, unbeaten so far, 3 points off the leaders Man City. A win there will take us to joint top, but we'll see how that goes. Again, I'm not holding my breath. If we can finish in the top 10, I will be more than happy. And our odds have been slashed now to win the league. We're at 400 to 1 now, and we're predicted to finish in 14th. So hopefully we can defy them odds once again. Let's simulate season 5, the final season, and fingers crossed we can get where we want to be. Well, that's not a bad finish for our last season. Wow, 8th position, and we have got ourselves into European football of sorts. It is the Europa Conference League. I'm guessing we have to go through some qualifiers, but we're going to be having European football next year. Wow, I'd say that's mission accomplished. Top 10 finish and a European place. Wow, by far our best positioning in this rebuild, and we've been getting better and better each season. Man City take the title away from Man United and Arsenal, who both won the final 5 games to take it to the wire almost, but 6 points to deficit in the end, with Man City just smashing everybody really, I'm guessing. I think we scored, I think it's the 3rd highest in the league as well. And Abline, wow, that's not bad in his first season in the Premiership, is it really? Obviously no substitute for Araujo, but has he improved much? What's he look like? 3-star for 3.5 potential. Okay, could look good. 24 years old as well, and his stats have gone up quite a little bit as well. Haaland taking the golden boot with 38 goals, but Abline beat Salah, Jesus, Rashford, and Leonardo. Wow. So after our unbeaten start, the following month wasn't so great. Losing to Brentford at home 1-0 and then losing to Newcastle in the... But we did beat Fulham, draw with Wolves. October, wow, that's dreadful. But we did have Man City and Liverpool in that month. A 5-2 loss to Liverpool. We don't seem to do well against Liverpool, it has to be said. A lot of goals always being scored. And then we go on somewhat of a little run, only losing 3 games to Arsenal, Newcastle and Tottenham in a... 3, 4, 5 months possibly. 5-2 Southampton, 5-0 against Leeds, 3-1, 1-0. Nothing against the bigger clubs though, unfortunately. April is a bad month for City, Liverpool, Arsenal and Man U. To get a point out of that, I'm quite amazed. And it's against Liverpool as well. And then we have a good run in as well. 3 wins, Brighton, Brentford and Everton. Everton we seem to do quite well against. But on a whole, I think the league's been pretty decent. The FA Cup, we get as far as the 4th round, losing to Liverpool again. Liverpool, our nemesis. After beating Millwall 4-0 in the 3rd round. The Carabao, we get knocked out by Leicester on penalties. So we don't score any goals in either of the rounds. Apart from the penalties. Both away from home though. Disappointing cup runs, I have to say. Apart from that one time we got into the semi-finals of the FA. As I said, not as good as Arujo. We'll check on him in just a second. See how he did for PSG. But Abline, 25 goals in 41, that's not too bad. 14 for Saul. Pedro comes up with 10, so 3 players on double figures, which isn't too bad. Badashil gets 4 goals. Okay, is he 5th, 6th leading goal scorer in our team? Dan James doesn't play as many games. Assist-wise, it's Martins. He did really well. He signed a new contract, did Martins, and 10 assists alongside his 8 goals. Pedro Nisbrilla getting some assists as well, with Colwell getting 8, which is fantastic. That's what we wanted him to do in the end. Average ratings, I mean, our 3 signings not doing too bad, but it is Badashil the better of the 3. Finances, they got 30 million in the bank. They've been given another 55. And Arujo, how well did he do? Well, 21 goals in 28 for the lad. I mean, what would you expect? That's pretty good in his first season as well. 7.32. Obviously, he likes to play in France a lot better than he did in England. So that's where we're going to be leaving it for this rebuild. If you enjoyed it, please smash that like button. And if you'd like to support the channel as well, please subscribe. And let me know down in the comments if there's a particular rebuild you would like me to have a go at. And until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.